Welcome to my channel! I'm so glad you're here today. This is a story that's been on my mind for weeks now. One that has twists and turns like a roller coaster ride. Are you ready? Let's dive in. It all started when my boyfriend, Alex, got a new tattoo. Now, tattoos are just ink on skin to most people, but this one was different. It wasn't just any design, it was a portrait of his brother who had passed away. Can you imagine how that must have felt? I'm 22, and Alex is 24. We've been together for almost 2 years now, and we've always had an open relationship where we talk about everything. But this tattoo? It wasn't something he talked to me about beforehand. I found out when I saw it on his chest one day. At first, my initial reaction was shock and sadness. His brother's death hit us both hard, but seeing the portrait made it all feel so real again. The pain of losing someone you love is indescribable, and this tattoo seemed to bring that pain back in a way I wasn't prepared for. But there was something else too. It felt like Alex was using his brother's memory as a shield. Whenever we talked about the future or our relationship, he would get defensive and shut down. The more time passed, the more I realized this tattoo had become a barrier between us. One day, after weeks of tension, I brought it up in an argument. "It's like you're using his memory to avoid talking to me," I said. That's when things really got heated. Alex accused me of not caring about his brother and stormed out, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I spent the next few days trying to understand what had happened. Why did this tattoo mean so much to him? And why was it causing such a rift between us? Then one night, after everything had calmed down, Alex came back home. He'd been staying at his sister's place for 2 nights. I decided not to write a letter, but instead sent him links to the Reddit posts I'd shared about this issue. The community's responses were eye-opening and validating. But it wasn't just those replies that changed things. It was what Alex did next. He came back with a story, one he hadn't told me before. His sister had convinced him to get the tattoo, not because she cared about his brother's memory, but because she wanted us to break up. She thought the pain of the tattoo would drive us apart. Can you imagine? The person who was supposed to support him was actually tearing us down? The emotional weight of this revelation hit me hard. It wasn't just a tattoo, it was a lie, and Alex had been carrying that burden all alone. But now we were both in this together. We could face our problems head on. We sat down and talked about everything. The grief, the confusion, the anger. And then there was the guilt. Alex felt guilty for not telling me sooner, for keeping a part of himself hidden behind ink. I felt guilty too because I hadn't understood what he was going through. But here's the thing, we both apologized. We admitted our mistakes and decided to move forward together. It wasn't easy. There were still moments where we struggled and fought, but we kept talking, kept working on it. We reached out for help too. A grief counselor suggested ways to make things less awkward in bed, which was a relief because that had become a point of contention between us. We also started looking into what could be done about the tattoo itself. Alex isn't comfortable having it lasered off, but he's considering getting more tattoos to cover it up. And his sister? Well, that's another story. Alex is still deciding whether to cut her out or forgive and move on. It's a tough decision, but one we're both supporting him through. Throughout all of this, the most important thing for us was communication. We talked about everything, our fears, our hopes, our doubts, and even though it wasn't perfect, it felt like progress. So here I am today, sharing our story with you, because sometimes love isn't just about happy endings, it's about facing challenges head on and growing stronger together through them. Thank you for listening to my journey. If you've ever been in a situation where something as simple as a tattoo can become so much more complex, know that you're not alone. Sharing your experiences can be incredibly healing and empowering. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and subscribe for more stories of love, loss, and growth.